Hi, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lauren Ikeda, and this is my son Zenji. I wanted to create a short class that can be done sitting down, whether you're sitting on the couch, in your bed, rocking chair like I am, and maybe you're nap trapped or you're breastfeeding or you're just trying to soothe your baby and you are feeling some tension in your neck and shoulders and your upper back from whether that be breastfeeding or constantly gazing down at your baby or carrying your baby, right? All that weight and shoulders slumping forward, your head being pushed forward. So you don't need any special equipment. You don't need to have a quiet space. It's one of those things that I've learned being a new mom that my yoga practice has really helped me over the years is creating that internal calm, that internal quiet, because in the chaos of life and of motherhood, it's not always quiet, right? You need to create that for yourself. So hopefully this practice is just what you need. And, the interruptions are going to be there. I know the interruptions for me are going to exist. So let go of the idea of perfection and just show up in the best way that you can for yourself so that you can be there in the best way possible for your baby and your family. So you can continue rocking if you need to continue rocking or, soothing, whatever you need to do. If you're able to stay seated still, that's okay too. Go ahead and close your eyes if that's available to you. You can continue holding your baby so they feel supported. And as you close your eyes, find a nice elongation through the crown of the head. So you can find that slight drop of the chin, not so much that you're looking down, but just enough until you feel the back of the neck starting to elongate, kind of that double chin action here in the front. And then we're going to start with what's called Durga Pranayama, or three-part breathing. So I want you to think about three sections your breath coming into your belly, rib cage, and then chest. And then as you exhale, releasing from your chest, ribs, and belly. So take a slow and intentional breath in from the belly, then the ribs, and then the chest. And then exhale out of the chest, rib cage, and belly. Again, breath in, belly, rib cage, chest. And then exhale, chest, rib cage, and belly. Continue finding your breath on your own. Again, creating your inner calm with your breath. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. And if it feels nice and soothing to continue keeping the eyes closed, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm going to go ahead and blink my eyes open. All right, so now we're going to do some stretches for the neck. As I mentioned before, the neck, man, my neck is always feeling it, especially looking down, right? So let's focus on creating length through the back side of the neck. We did a little bit of this while you were doing your breathing. So find a slight drop of the chin, not so much that you're looking down, keep looking straight ahead, and elongate through the back part of your head and neck. So you're creating that double chin here. And you can take your fingers and kind of feel the sides of the neck. And if you feel the sides of the neck really gripping, then decrease that intensity by maybe 25% or so, or maybe even a little more than that, so that the sides of your neck stay soft. And you're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and relax. You're going to do that 2 more times. My baby here is fighting his nap. Yours might be too. Go ahead and find that slight tuck of the chin. Lengthen through the back of the head, and you're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do that one more time. Drop your chin slightly, elongate the back of the neck. Make sure the sides of the neck stay nice and soft, nice and relaxed, and hold here for 10. Feel that tension, that stretch to the back of the neck. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now let's stretch the front part of the neck. And these muscles here can be really gripping if your head is being pushed forward. This is one of my favorite stretches. So if you're wearing a high collared shirt, if you have a necklace on like I am, go ahead and move it out of the way. You can hold your baby with one hand and then use your other free hand. I'm going to be mirroring you, but take your right hand to your left bottom part of the collarbones. Kind of feel where your collarbones are, and then pull down on the skin with your palm. Then create an underbite, pushing the lower part of the mouth forward, and then close the lips. And as you do so, tilt your chin up to the sky. And you may feel that tug all the way up the neck, maybe even to your cheekbone. And I'm going to just sit up a little bit here. Try to shrug your left shoulder back and down in opposition. Now you can hold or you can move your head a little bit in different directions and kind of exploring that stretch. Maybe you find a sweet spot to hold. And then go ahead and release. And I always feel like a nice little natural facelift. So go ahead and switch to the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and switch my arms, whichever side is holding my baby. So take your left hand now to just below the right side of your collarbone, soften the shoulders, and then create that underbite, and then pull your chin up towards your left. And then you can hold, or you can move your head in different directions, keeping that chin lifted. Take 2 more cycles of breath. And then go ahead and release. All right, you may feel both sides of the neck and the face on the front side more lifted, more lengthened. So now let's focus on the sides of the neck. So take one hand, you can hold and support the back of your baby. Take your left arm down by your side as you tip your right ear towards the right shoulder. Again, if you need to continue rocking, you can continue rocking. My baby has finally fallen asleep here, so I can stop. And then drop your left shoulder down and away from the ear. Think about reaching to crown the head in opposition of your left fingertips. Good. Go ahead and drop your chin down towards your right shoulder. You can keep your left arm down, but I find at this point the arm reaching down may not be as effective. So you can take that hand, support the back of your baby. And if you feel comfortable with it, you can take your other hand to the back of the head, your right hand to the back of your head, and gently add traction, not pushing down, but pulling forward. Keep rolling your left shoulder back and down. And then you can add some resistance here. So, pressing your head gently up into the hand, and with equal resistance, pressing your hand down into the head. So, you're engaging the back of the neck as you're lengthening those muscles. And then go ahead and release. All right, so let's take the other side. I'm going to keep my left hand supporting the back of my baby, and then take your right arm down by your side, just working with whatever space you have beside you. And then drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Try to roll your right shoulder back and down. Soften the jaw, resting your tongue against the roof of the mouth. And then switch whichever hand you're supporting your baby. So, right hand to your baby's back, left hand to the back of your head if you feel comfortable with it, as you drop your chin towards your left shoulder. Create that gentle tug with your fingertips, pulling the crown of the head to your left, the, I guess, front left corner of the room. And then you can add some resistance, pressing your head up into the hand and hand down into your head. Again, equal resistance in both directions. Good. Go ahead and release. All right. So now that we've stretched the front and the sides and a little bit of the back part of the neck, let's get into some movement of the spine. So, if you are feeling comfortable with it, you can take your hands, if you have armrests on your rocking chair, whatever chair you're sitting in. If you want to continue supporting your baby, you can do that too. If you're sitting all the way back, I'd recommend kind of wiggling your body forward so you have some space to move your upper back. So, on your inhale, you're going to arch your back looking up to the sky. And then exhale, round your back looking towards your belly button. And do that a few more times. Again, just working in whatever way you're able to, whatever way you feel comfortable with it, while still being able to support your baby. If you are currently breastfeeding, you may be more limited on that movement, or you maybe even need to play with kind of moving the baby with you. Good. And then come back to a neutral spine. So now we're going to finish with some rotation. Take your left arm, you can support the back of your baby. Take your right hand to the side of your chair and peek over your right shoulder. Again, if you're breastfeeding, you'll probably want to skip this one. You can even just twist your neck and keep your upper back stable just so that your baby stays connected as you're moving your upper body. Flexibility is key, right? And adaptability is key in motherhood, I found. And my yoga practice over the years has been super helpful in that. You know, you may have so many things planned for the day, so many expectations, and you may only get half or not even half of those things done. You may not even get out the door, right? So, small achievements, small wins. Okay, so come back to center, and we're going to end with a really simple, I guess, grounding meditation. We're going to use the breath again to help kind of center and focus. Um, I joined a mommy and me group when he was 4 weeks old, and it was amazing for me. And, we did group meditation. And, there were times the babies were crying, were fussing. You had to get up, you had to rock, and that's okay. So if you need to do that, still try to stay consistent with your breath wherever you are. If you need to open your eyes, that's okay too. All right. If you're able to close your eyes, go ahead and do that. If you want to keep rocking, bouncing, swaying, standing, whatever you need to do. Now, try to soften your shoulders, soften the jaw, resting the tongue against the roof of the mouth. And just notice how you're feeling right now. There's no right or wrong answer. Just acknowledge it Accept where you are right now today, knowing each moment is different, each day is different. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, there's always something new just around the corner, right? It's very humbling, but at the same time, it's a learning experience. And with any learning experience, gives us room to grow, to adapt, and to be present. So see if you can be present with your breath right now. As you inhale through your nose, feel the coolness of your air entering your nostrils. And as you exhale through your nose, feel the warmth of your air exiting your nostrils. And just follow that. Cool air entering, warm air exiting. If you prefer, you can also breathe in the nose and out the mouth. Pay attention to the sensation of your breath, the temperature of your breath. Perhaps as you ease into your breath here, your capacity to breathe becomes deeper, longer, fuller. And perhaps with that, you're feeling less of that shallow breathing in your neck, chest, and shoulders, and more of that deep, expansive breathing into your rib cage, fanning out with each breath in and hugging in with each breath out. Take 3 more cycles of breath. And there's absolutely no rush here. If this feels like you need a bit more time, you're more than welcome to stay and just let the video play all the way through. If you are ready, go ahead and blink your eyes open. And perhaps just by you connecting with your breath, grounding your energy, your baby can feed off of that. I know mine certainly does. And he is now sleeping, calm, grounded. Right at the beginning, he was a bit fussy, fighting his sleep. And it really does make a difference when you're calm, when you're centered, and you are doing an amazing job. I hope to see you next time. I will be continuing to release some postpartum yoga classes that are really practical and realistic. We don't always have the time to unroll our mat, to have that space, that quiet space away from the baby, to have that ritual, right, of unrolling the mat. And that's just the reality of being a mom, especially being a new mom, right? So a lot of my upcoming classes will be, yoga on the floor while your baby's in tummy time, realistic classes that meet you where you are. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, my handle is Lauren M. Ikeda. I will link it here below. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Like I said, you're doing an amazing job, and I will see you next time.